All right, this is our second section of our small group of my Supreme Boys, my Supreme Squad, my Supreme Kids, whatever you would like to call yourselves. All right, today we're going to be working on another skill, and my objectives for today are that you all will be learning about the value of yourselves and your strengths and weaknesses. You will also be talking about having high self-esteem and whenever you're doing something in school or out of school. Do I make myself clear? All right. Remember the rules that we went over last week. Only one person can speak at a time. Okay. And if you're not comfortable talking about something, you can say, Miss Kane, I pass. Also, this is a safe place for everyone, so you can feel like you're safe. And I want you to be honest with me. What is said in this group stays in this group. Who remembers that C word that we talked about?
Self-confidence.
No, not quite. It was called confidentiality, okay? And remember, you need to come to each session whenever we have a session scheduled. Remember, I'll either meet with you on Mondays or Fridays. Remember, this week is fall break, so we don't come on Friday, so I'm meeting with you all today. Do I make myself clear? All right. The first thing I want us to do is I want you all to stay in your seats, but I want you to watch this quick video. And from this video, I want you all to tell me what this video means or what was the most important thing from the video. It's only about 2 minutes.
Henry and Leslie by Deborah Dias. Henry didn't always do things right. Sometimes he did things the wrong way. But Henry liked himself. He could count to 20. He could run faster than his friend Brian. He could spell his name. Henry knew he wasn't perfect. It was okay. One day, Henry fell off the slide. It did not hurt much, but other kids laughed at Henry. It made him feel bad. Then he thought about it. I'm not perfect, Henry thought, but I like being me. I can count to 20. I can run faster than my friend Brian. I can spell my name. It was okay that the other kids laughed. Henry wondered if he looked silly falling off the slide. He thought about what he looked like. He started to laugh too. Later, Henry spilled his milk. One of the boys in his class called him clumsy. Another boy said he was a dum-dum head. Henry knew he was clumsy sometimes, but he was not a dum-dum head. He could count to 20. He could run faster than his friend Brian. He could spell his name. He just smiled and cleaned up his milk. His teacher would give him another one. It was okay. Why do you smile when the other kids are not nice to you? Leslie asked him. They are mean. Henry shrugged. But I am not mean. I like myself. Sometimes I do silly things, and I am only clumsy once in a while. I can do lots of good things. I can count to 20. I can run faster than my friend Brian. I can spell my name. When other kids want to make me feel bad, I just remember all the things I can do. I do not worry about what they say. I like me, no matter what. That's a good idea. Leslie clapped her hands. I will do that too. Henry nodded. You have to think of things you can do. I can paint a picture of a cat, Leslie said. I can count to 12. I can smile bigger than anybody I know. I like myself, even if I'm not perfect. After lunch, Henry and Leslie went to the paint easel together. Leslie showed Henry how to paint a cat. Henry taught Leslie how to count to 20. They knew they were not perfect, and that was okay. They were happy.
I know, this one's happy
All right, from that video, by raising your hand, tell me what was the purpose of me showing you all that video? What do you think the purpose was, John?
for like sometimes you you are like clumsy or not doing things right, but it's still okay just to know that who you are and who you think you
And
is.
it's okay, right? All right, I like that answer. Yes.
You either perfect where you are
Mm-hmm.
or you're good where you
All right, so it doesn't matter what other people think, right? So today we're going to talk about having self-worth or self-confidence, okay? That means believing in yourself when you're doing things. Take a look at this. What is this? A $20 bill. What is this worth? It's money. Which?
It's paper. He said.
All right, it's paper, but what is it worth? Is it worth a lot?
Yes.
Yes, it's more than $1, right? All right. You probably could, if you take this to Walmart, you could buy lots of things with it, right? All right, so just like this, if I take this $20 bill and I stomp it up and I do like this, all to it.
Can I still keep that $20 bill?
I need you to listen. And I open it back up. What is it worth now?
Still the same thing.
Still the same thing, okay? The concept that I want you all to get is that even though you may make mistakes, even though you may do things wrong, you are still what?
Perfect.
All right, you're not necessarily perfect, but you're still on the way to perfect. It's okay to make mistakes and do things wrong.
My mama always says you're perfect the way you are.
You're perfect the way you are, okay? So my whole concept about this $20 bill, if I balled it up, if I cut it up, it might not be worth anything, but if I just spread it out like this, can I still go to the store and spend it?
Yep.
Yes, it's still worth $20, correct? Even though it's wrinkled and balled up.
Doesn't have tape on it.
All right, it can still have tape on it, and it's still going to be worth $20. Do y'all understand that? That's just like you. So when you think about your sales, I want you to think about this $20 bill. Sometimes we get crinkled up, sometimes we get bent up, sometimes we get picked on. You know how other kids tease you. All right, sometimes you get teased. Sometimes you make mistakes at school. Sometimes you make mistakes at home. Sometimes you try to learn new things and you don't get it, but it's still what? Okay. All right. Nobody in this world is exactly perfect, and not even including Miss Kane. I don't do everything right. Okay. So when you're thinking about these things and people are being mean to you all, I want you to think about who you are. Okay. You're still somebody, and you're still worth a lot. Do you understand that? Okay, so like I heard you say the other day, I didn't like that when you said, Miss Kane, I don't like myself because I want to be like Jaden. You remember you told me that? I don't want to hear you talk like that because you're you, and God made you that way for who? You. All right, everybody's not going to be the same. Okay, I still want you, unless they'll look the same, but they may not act the same.
Yep. This morning we watched the video and they talk at the same time, like about what they were both saying. They were talking at the same time to people.
So what we're talking about is having self-worth or self-confidence. Just like that $20 bill, I still want you all to know that you're valuable and you're important to somebody, especially Miss Kane. While you're my students, you're important to me. While you're my students, you're important to me, okay? So we're talking about self-confidence, all right? So, yes, you gotta go, sweetie. I'm videotaping.
But when I want to make a baby, I live hungry.
You are messing up my videotape.
The daddy told me to come here and ask you, can I play because when I got in his room, I left to go home.
All right, I'm going to give you this sheet, okay? This is you just messed up my lesson in front of the camera.
Oh,
It is called I Am Worth $1 Million.
can I put it?
Okay? What I need you all to do is write your first and last name on the top of that sheet. And what I want you all to know is that it's okay to make mistakes, but you're still worth something. Okay? Put today's date on it as well. Alright, this is a simple sheet. It's called I Am Worth $1 Million. And on this sheet, we're going to talk about some good things that you're able to do. And then we're going to talk about some things that you do not do so well. Okay? Alright, so the direction says complete the worksheet by adding a picture of yourself, your good qualities, and listing some things you do well. Okay? It says some examples of good qualities are you may be friendly, respectful, honest, responsible, helpful, caring, cooperative. You also may have a positive attitude. Some of the bad things, who wants to read that for me? What's some of the bad things or not bad things, some of the examples that you may not do so well. Who wants to read that for me? Nobody? Eli, read this for me. Some examples.
Of things we may do well or good at: math, music, sports, creative writing, drawing, problem solving, peacemaking,
Organizing,
Lego building, reading, and
etc. Alright, so I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes to work on this sheet. First thing I want you to do is write at least 3 things you do well. They don't have to be in complete sentences. And they gave you some examples. Okay? They already have it. Said my good qualities, and then you list at least 3 things. You can list 4. List 4. Some things that you do well.
I said that's things you do good.
And then on the other side are things that you don't do so well. And once you've written those, I want you to draw a quick picture of yourself. Nobody's perfect. Remember that. Just give me at least 3 things that you do well.
So, these are 4.
All right. No, this is the things you do well, and this is the things that the things you don't do so well, and then this are some of the good qualities.
So, these you.
Oh yeah, you do both of them. Both of them are good, so I don't want you to write anything that you do bad. So on both sides, something you do well, only 3. If you know more than 3, you can write more than 3. And then we're gonna talk about
Sorry, you said this out of you.
both of them.
You don't do.
No, just do. It says things I do well, so that means you can write them on this. And then what are some good qualities? They gave you some examples.
So, what's not good?
At least 3. What's something you do well?
Something.
Think
I'm
about
barely
it.
doing things.
Don't say that. See, well, that's the whole purpose of us. You have to have self-confidence.
I know, but all I really do is on my bike and play with my
Well,
friends.
write about that then. If you feel
I'm
as though
terrible at that.
you, but I want you to write about some things you do well.
I did 3.
Yeah, you're good at. See, look at this. Some of the examples. They gave you some examples up top. And once you finish writing your things, draw a quick picture of yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect.
So like, even though you're not good at other things, you can still have
Confidence and
about
try it.
yourself.
That's exactly right. Nobody's perfect, not even including Miss Kane. I make mistakes.
Like on Thursday, I want to get at this game that I started. Like,
Practicing it.
no, I ain't practiced. It was my first time playing. I was already good at it.
All right, I'll take that.
Cause I made 2 full court
Riding my
shots.
bike, good with dogs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Miss Kane.
I like that you're honest with me.
I have made 2 half court shots.
Yeah, basketball.
Yeah.
All right. Once you've written your 3 things, draw a quick picture of yourself.
I can still draw some of my picture. Make it look good.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
I'm not that very helpful.
No, don't say that. I want you to try. Show me that you're trying.
I mean, I do help my mom sometimes. Sometimes.
So write that down. Say I'm good at helping my mom. Or you can just put helping my mom. Or being responsible at home. or
Yeah,
something.
the other day when I went to Walmart, I had to be responsible to take care of my little brother because whenever we had crossed the road on the way going to Walmart, I had to hold my little brother's hand.
Okay. So that makes you kind of what?
Things I do well.
All right. So write that down.
I don't have to hold my parents' hand, but because Sean and my mom hold hands when we cross the road, and I hold hands with my little brother because I was like, don't know, he usually just likes to run across it.
Okay. Well, write me something right here. Things you do well. It could be anything. You're just picking out your strengths and good qualities.
Just in a little picture of me on my shirt.
Once you finish, just put your pencil down. We're gonna go talk about it in just a bit. Just hold it.
Oh, that's about mine.
I'm gonna write something right here.
That's fine.
I'm the one that writes.
But the whole point of us doing this is that I want you all to understand everybody makes mistakes and nobody's perfect. We all do things that we're not supposed to do at some time. Like I eat chocolate cookies. I know I'm not supposed to eat chocolate cookies because they're fattening. But because I like them, I still eat them. Do you understand? Or when I was growing up, I wasn't that good at softball, but I loved to play basketball. And I made mistakes while we were playing softball. But that did not make me a bad what? Person or a bad player. I still tried. Okay?
I put You're Not Alone. That was because I heard this song called Alone on his from Alan Walker. And he keeps on saying he's not alone. That's because he have confidence about himself.
That's what I want you all to have confidence.
And everybody came up on the mountain and looked at the sea and how it was.
Okay? Alright, once you finish, just put your pencil
She
down.
usually has stuff fans like stuff like that when they're lonely. They end up moving, so they end up getting a friend for the way for the people they are.
That's right. It's all about how you treat other people too. Alright, thank you. Everybody's finished. Who wants to share at least one of their good
I'll
qualities?
share.
Give me one of your good qualities.
I'm good at playing football.
Alright, you're good at playing football.
I am a big eater.
Alright, you like to eat. I'll take that. That's a good quality. From your paper. You're what? Alright, you're friendly. Give me one. From this side. Alright, you're good at basketball. Give me something from right here. Alright, play your game. Alright, now, what I want you all to understand is that everybody makes what? Mistakes. Nobody's what?
Perfect.
Just like Henry in the video. He made some mistakes. What was one of the mistakes he made in the video? Somebody tell me. John?
He dropped his milk
And it wastes all over the table, correct? But what was something that he did that happened next in the video?
he remembered all he couldn't do
All the things he could do well?
Character change.
and he cleaned up his milk.
Alright, he just cleaned it up and went about his life, right? And the girl kept asking him, why aren't you upset that they're laughing at you? He know that he was worth something, right? He had high self what?
Esteem.
Or esteem or confidence. They're kind of like the same things. Okay? Give me something else.
I was gonna say that these are all character traits when somebody didn't put somebody together and make them who they are.
That's exactly right. Usually we want to have good character traits, even though some people do have.
I had some
Bad
character traits.
Alright? Anybody else want to share another one of those? Emmanuel, tell me something. You good at playing football too? Alright, cool. Yes.
Go with dogs and cleaning.
Cleaning up at home or cleaning up after the dog?
I'm good at cleaning up after dogs and cleaning at home, washing dishes, sleeping.
Oh, so you do all that? Okay, cool. Alright, so let me think about this again. Just like Henry from the video, just like you all told me all these good things about yourselves, I want you all to think about those when you're in my class as well, or when you're in Mr. Davis' class, or when you're in Mr. White's class, or Mrs. Rose's class, anybody's class you go to. Everybody makes what? Mistakes. But it's what you do after you make that mistake, okay?
Apologize.
Alright, you may do something wrong, just fix it, okay? And it doesn't matter what other people think about you, okay? You know, and you should have confidence in yourself. Alright, anybody, so tell me, what did we learn today? You should always what?
Be confident, self-confident.
Alright, have self-confidence.
Always think about what you can do.
That's good, instead of about what's what? Bad. Alright, tell me something else, Shavaris, that we've learned about today. I'm coming back to you, yes.
Don't matter what people say.
It doesn't matter what people say about you. Yes.
You should always love yourself.
You should always love yourself. Remember here in the video, he kept saying what? I love myself. I'm not perfect, but I love my what? Self. So that means that just because this $20 bill is all balled up, that doesn't make it less valuable. You're still as valuable as you were, even though you make mistakes. All right. Anybody else? All right.
I'm good at drawing. See?
You are. Yes.
It's like if you make a mistake and somebody grudges you, it's like they borrow you and put you in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't care about you no more. Even
But
if
you still valuable. Okay, even though you've been balled up, because I could have taken, now if I would have taken this and cut it up, it may not have been it worth anything. But all I did was ball it up, but I still can go to the store and spend this $20
So
just like anybody else.
if you cut, if like just saying like borrowing that salt, you could cut the salt.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I know
You
nobody's
just
cut
saying-
the salt. I talking about just another reference over that.
You're exactly right.
Nobody's even
All right, what I need you all to do, that's all what we're going to talk about today. Remember, I'll meet with you all again on next Monday. And remember to always have self what? Confidence. Because you do something well. Even though you don't do everything right, you do something well. Okay?